Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
All right. Good morning, Andy. It is Thursday. Talk a little awards, talk a little markets, little final, updates on some news and info. We got to start with Mr. Rivers. Two thoughts. Everything that Sykin is saying makes it seem like he's just going to go, right? Am I crazy? Am I wish casting this, or are you reading the same sort of between the lines?
Yeah, I mean the way they're phrasing it, yeah, but at the same time, Leonard practicing he's at least been with the team for longer than we're not measuring it in hours. It's like when the baby's 14 months old. Eventually, you got to switch to years. We haven't switched to days yet for Philip Rivers. He's been with the team for 36 hours.
They changed their practice schedule to get him more reps.
Yeah. It feels 50-50. Leonard, and there's a chance in that 50-50, I believe there's a chance that Riley Leonard is healthy enough to play basketball, football, and they still go with Rivers. They still go with Philip Rivers because I don't think they've made the decision. I think they need to see him taking, fast reps against the first team defense in practice and be like, okay. And it's a good okay or a bad okay. Like, we need another week with this guy. That said, they don't have another week. Like, they kind of got to press the go button. If they think this is going to work to save the season, you got to do it now. And I think that's what's probably dabbling into this decision a little more than it should be. So it's probably not a rational decision because you can't make them when you're falling behind in the playoff race.
That sounds right to me. I got to ask one other thing. I guess the Riley Leonard thing you mentioned is if he's healthy enough to go, that's fine. But if he's not healthy enough to run, then, or at least not healthy enough to have a game plan that utilizes his legs, then that's like another good reason not to send him out there, particularly against this defense. I think is it structurally sound enough to play is not necessarily the question. Is it structurally sound enough to call some RPOs and to get him out of the pocket, get him moving? Is kind of the key question there. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. There was a lot of people that were commenting on the practice video of Philip Rivers, kind of like pointing out that there was not a lot of zip on his pass. I feel like those people are telling on themselves.
Correct.
Well, they're telling on themselves that they didn't watch a lot of Philip Rivers.
Yeah.
Notably unzippy with the way he shot-putted the football.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was an awful deep ball. It just wasn't ever the Brett Favre, hey, he hurt my hands on a 15-yard out. Like he throws it too hard.
Yeah, he doesn't have yeah, that's right. It was not going to break anyone's fingers. It never was.
It's like when you look at pitchers. He's not a fireballer. He's a movement and location guy.
That's exactly right. Yes, he's who is the 1,000,000-year-old guy that he's a Jamie Moyer.
Jamie Moyer?
He's a Jamie Moyer.
It's not the first name I was gonna.
What were you gonna say? Tim
Not
Wakefield?
Jamie Moyer.
Jamie Moyer played until he was like 44. I feel like that was a good comp.
Okay.
Fair enough. Greg Maddux? who were you thinking of?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jamie Moyer played until his 47-year-old season. I take it back. He went well past Philip Rivers. He was he started 9 games oh my God, he started 5 games as a 49-year-old for Colorado.
I was waiting for you to get to Maddux because that's exactly. Are you familiar with the song "Movement and Location" by the Punch Brothers?
No, I'm not.
It's a good tune. You should find it on the old Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you get yours. It was written. I mean, it's not about baseball, but a slight homage to Maddux, according to the songwriters.
Yeah. In terms of what to actually expect from Rivers, I'm very, very low expectations in this game 1 against Seattle. The last time a guy got up off the couch and started that week, it was Joe Flacco for the Browns against the Rams 3 years ago. And in week 1, he had a half of competent football before it all came unraveled, and he had kind of the key turnovers that lost the Browns that game. He very famously then went on to win Comeback Player of the Year by winning in. But game one was a little bit of a rocky road for Flacco.
And maybe that's the case to play him. If your plan is to play him down the season to save your season,
Get him.
I don't think there's a decent chance to win this game regardless.
Yeah, who cares who your quarterback is?
So and it's another reason I'm very happy to bet Seattle -14 here.
It's a preseason game for him. You're right.
It is. It's a great comp. It's a preseason game. Get him comfortable. Don't worry about success. Get him used to the speed of the game. Run the simple stuff, real vanilla. Ease him back into playing full speed football. Don't get him hurt. We're not going to, hey, let's have him do a bunch of deep drops where he gets hit. Let's do a bunch of nice and easy stuff. And if, another 3 and out or, punting from the 45 again, such is life. We're getting him reps.
All right. Sold out to -16 for Seattle plus 118. We're in.
Did you see Cam Newton's comments?
No. He's ready to play?
He's a little miffed that he didn't get called first. He's like 8 years younger.
Oh, shit, man. Wow.
But he's
I saw Color's comments. Were those real?
I don't know about those. I do know that
the color would come out if needed for the Bears.
I do know that. I had to check if the Cam Newton stuff was for real because it had a whiff of like, is this shit posting? Is this just fake news?
All right. Well, any other news and info in terms of player availability or injury you wanted to comment on based on practice reports yesterday after we recorded?
Not really. It was Wednesday. Not a lot. Like Lamar's going to play. Obviously, we already talked about this. It
feels very like there's not a lot of uncertainty this week, honestly.
No.
Right?
I mean, let me just check my quick updates.
There's kind of no one that I saw where I was like, ooh, got to keep an eye on that one.
We mentioned the Trey Benson, like he's not coming back this year. We mentioned JC Horn is practicing in a limited sense, probably plays. Shamar Stewart, his 21-day window is open. Maybe he's back soon. I don't think it's this week. The Browns added Trey Avery to backfill their cornerbacks room, which is needing some help at this point.
Harris Johnson done against the Texans.
Ben Powers is designated for return for the Broncos, the guard. He could be back soon.
Okay. Yeah.
You remember Christian Mahogany, the other guard that got hurt for the Lions?
I do, yeah.
He is back in practice. His IR return window has been opened, so the Lions offensive line could get a bump here soon. They claimed Jalen Mills off the waivers. That's where they're at on trying to find safeties. He's a 31-year-old that's played 4 games and had 4 tackles this year.
It sounds like Joey Bosa may go for the Bills. He matters. It sounds like JC Horn may go for the Panthers. He matters. Both of those would be bad for the bets.
I have an opinion on the Bosa thing. 10 snaps.
Okay.
It feels like Joey Bosa is going to go, and it's like 3rd and 10s only. Like he's in on just 10 to 12 pure pass rushing snaps. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of the feel I got.
See, Deshaun Watson was limited in practice.
Limited in life.
What are we doing? No,
Lane Johnson, Jalen Carter did not participate in the walkthrough, so it doesn't feel obviously likely for them coming back. It's Raiders week, but whatever. Colton Miller returned to practice Wednesday for the Raiders. Kenny Pickett sounds like we mentioned this yesterday, but it seems pretty firm that it's Kenny Pickett at this point.
Yeah. Everything else we guessed on, I think. Market moves that surprised you? There was one.
Really? What do you
got? Chiefs are -6 now. Did you see that coming?
My Chiefs number is goofy.
6 though is
yeah.
It's a big old. That's a decent amount of support.
You want to hear something weird about my AFC numbers are very confusing to begin with. I have the Ravens ahead of the Chiefs. Which
that's not right.
No, it doesn't feel right.
That can't be right.
I look adjustments I need to make for either team. Like I think it's just a case of they're both in that range, and they're pretty interchangeable in my opinion right now. The offensive line injuries for the Chiefs, I think it doesn't matter who's back there at quarterback. It takes such a big swing out of the advantage you get from having a good quarterback when the offensive line is that injured. And I think that's such a downgrade that the Chiefs need to be pretty fucking low.
Yeah. Circa is at 6 for the Bucks tonight. Wow.
That's bounced back.
So much for that -4.
Well, I think people were just taking it for no reason other than, hey, they're a home dog in division on a short week, and maybe they have the better coach.
Circa came off of 10 for the Texans. They're at 9.5 now. Don't get that. God, I do not understand who's backing the Cardinals with this injury report we got yesterday. They look like they're legitimately not playing this week. Rams out 6.5. Love it. Rams out 6.5. Love it. That's all I have. That's all that I have.
Okay. Let's quick run through awards. We don't have forever today. I have stuff to do too, Drew.
Okay. Is anyone stopping the Stafford MVP train? Because bookmaker would say no.
The problem was Drake May didn't play last week, and that hurts. It's silly, but it hurts. And Stafford playing a bad secondary probably gets his numbers.
Right.
Big game. I mean, big game and a loss isn't as good because that's definitely in the cards, especially if you're me who expects that. Because I think it's a track meet one way or the other. And Drake May having a good game in a signature win, these numbers could absolutely be flipped come this time next week. But it is Drake May winning the coin flip game, which we'll call that 50-50. We both think they should be slight favorites. We both think that's a lot of scoring in that one. And if he wins a signature win, sweeps the Bills, solidifies the 1 seed, and Stafford post loss, these numbers are flipped, aren't they?
Yeah,
the most likely scenario probably is
Stafford
has a good game, close win, and the numbers probably compress a little, but they're not flipped. Stafford's -150, May's, even money.
I feels like Josh Allen as an outsider isn't really an outsider in that he can steal the award, but he could eliminate May this week. Jordan Love similarly could cock block a little if he gets the 1 seed over Stafford, but Stafford has to be unimpressive this week against a team with no secondary, and then has to look bad against the Seahawks, which he might. But
the weird one, and that one is
a tough double.
I'm so down on the Rams defense against this Lions offense right now, just based off it kind of put together early, and then everything I've read since has only just solidified what I'm thinking as far as how bad they are against play action, how booty their corners are, how bad they are against, just single coverage on the outside. Basically, hey, we're bad against play action passing and having to put single coverage on good receivers. What will the Lions do to us though? Like, it feels like the most likely scenario for that game is the Rams defense looks bad and Stafford has a good game. And it's even if it's close or they lose, it's still Stafford had a good game. What are you going to do? They gave up 40 points kind of thing. And Stafford's still favored for sure in that scenario. I think it takes a little more time and Love having to win out. Stafford would probably have to lose the Seattle game as well for Love to get back in it because he needs the 1 seed in the NFC. Mm-hmm. And Green Bay would have to win a tough one in Chicago. Seattle beating LA isn't obviously far-fetched at all. There'll be a slight favorite there. So a lot has to happen. I think Stafford's priced correctly right now.
Okay. Offensive player, I think it's a two-man race. It's going to be Stafford, May in some order. Just depends on how this next 2 weeks goes for both players.
So many high leverage games, man.
I don't think Love or Allen could steal, but crazier things have happened.
What is the percentage that you think Stafford loses this week? 40%?
That he loses the game to the Lions?
He loses the game to the Lions. 60-40?
No, I'm way off that. No.
What's your money line price?
Let me pull it up. I have those columns collapsed on Hyde. Which column is money line? Sorry, man.
No.
My Rams price is minus 275.
That's the market. And that's kind of what the market's
The
pricing.
bookmakers are like 258.
58, and it's not much higher. There's plenty of places that are at 270, 275.
So that's 1 over.
So that's 72% roughly.
Yeah.
So let's
73.
I'm gonna go
I'm
70.
at 70, 73.27.
We're gonna flip. We're gonna take my numbers and your numbers and combine.
73.27. There's
we'll
a 27. There's a 27% chance. 25.
We're gonna put it at 65.
25% chance the Rams lose this week.
So here's the thing. Let's say there's a 35% chance they lose because we're mixing my numbers and yours.
Okay.
And then let's just call next week a coin flip, despite it's probably more like 52-48.
Sure.
I'll give them a little credit.
Sure.
So roughly an 18% chance the Rams go 0-2 next week.
LL, yes.
Stafford cannot win in that scenario.
I'm fine with that.
So I think that's all that matters. And
I think that's right.
so 80-20.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So 225, and depending on next week, it's honestly a little short if things go chalk.
Yeah. The career achievement aspect is obviously part of this. I mean, for whatever reason, everybody's kind of anchored themselves there that he deserves one. I like him, and he's won the Super Bowl.
OPOI is, I mean, in Jigba is pretty high right now. The fact that
minus 406, correct.
The Colts offense being what it is, and the fact that you're probably going to be able to key in on Taylor as a defensive coordinator over the next few weeks feels like he's shorter, or he's longer than Gibbs right now. Gibbs is interesting too, because if you look at his usage rates after Dan Campbell took over, I don't think I think it's too late, but it's interesting because in Jigba, maybe if he were to get hurt or really, really fall off a cliff the next few weeks, which feels tough considering the fact he's playing a team down their top two corners. So just entertaining the idea. It feels like it has to be he fucked his ankle up in pregame warmups and he's out for 3 weeks. And then Gibbs wins it because Gibbs usage is through the roof. So I'm not betting on that. This number's probably right too.
Correct. I agreed. DPOY? Garrett, minus 4,000. Wow.
It's got a lot of sacks. I mean, it's the only narrative right now is Myles Garrett sack counter, Myles Garrett, chasing the record. Nobody else even has a whiff of that. And it's crazy because of what the season started with the Micah Parsons love fest, suck fest, absolute, oh my God, this is a huge trade and look what's happening. And Hafley's got him fixed. And, this is going to be great. And it's been great. But that's completely out the window now that we have the Myles Garrett narrative. And it's going to be a 2-win team. And they're going to get an award, maybe 2.
Parsons leading Garrett in pressures by 20. Trailing in sacks by 8.
That was
7.5.
That was the Andy theory early in the season.
Yeah.
What if he just gets 1 million pressures and sacks are kind of variant and Rashawn Gary gets 12?
Yeah. Well, it turns out Rashawn Gary is going to get 7.5 and might actually suck. All right. Offensive rookie of the year. Tetairoa McMillan is minus 160, which I don't really know how I feel about. He likely is going to continue to get Lions share the wide receiver one role for the Panthers down the stretch. Panthers are in the hunt weirdly because the NFC South has been so bad. He's going to finish top 10-ish in wide receiver counting stats. Is that enough to hold off a quarterback challenge from Dart or other?
Probably, like, he has to have 1 or 2 pretty good games, I think, to maintain his favorite status. Just because Dart's a quarterback, and like he plays the Commanders. We saw what fucking JJ McCarthy did against them. He plays the Commanders, the Raiders, and what we now know to probably be not that good of a defense in the Cowboys. Like Giants, they play the Vikings next Sunday. That is at home, at least. That's your tough defense. You have a tough defense, 2 absolute garbage fire defenses, and a below average one in the Cowboys. So, like, if Jackson Dart has an amazing day against the Commanders and Raiders, that might be enough. He's a quarterback, and it's exciting, and he's a firebrand, baby. So I think Tet has to have some good games to compete with that. I'm not saying that he's price wrong and, Darts should be favored right now. It feels like an easier path to Dart overtaking him.
Dart steal is live.
Tet needs a couple 100-yard games, and it's well within the realm of possibilities. He's very good. Starting with this week, you got to probably have him this week. You look at the schedule, like, this is a bad defense. You have to do it this week, and you probably have to do it hard this week, because I know the Buccaneers are falling on hard times, but the Seahawks, that's not a good matchup for you. And then 2 more at the Bucs. So kind of has to have a massive one this week to build on.
I kind of want to play some Dart too.
I thought about it, but I have enough.
What's your number on Dart that you're holding?
20-ish. Yeah. I get it a couple places.
I'm going to think about adding some Dart because, Commander's defense freaking sucks, and he's not going to be under any pressure this week.
Just kind of does what he wants this week, I think. Same thing against the Raiders, indoor against the Raiders.
And no, the problem is, no one's going to watch these games.
It feels like the media that be will be more than happy to put it in your face, even if nobody watched it, via highlights and social media and Wake Up Football and all that stupid shit. Hey, look what Jackson Dart did. I know nobody watched this game, but here's the lights from him just shredding Washington.
I kind of feel like he has to
run one in too.
Well, he's got 7 rushing touchdowns somehow in only 8 games.
If he gets to 10, that's important. I think that's exciting.
Okay, it's tough to see him not with this schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give that some serious thought. D-Roy
is still
also a runaway.
Never, ever up. I wonder what happened. I'd love to talk to the powers that be at Bookmaker. I said, like, why do you just never have this up? I mean, I'm going to pull up Bovada, but I'm assuming it's still Schlesinger, like minus 1,200, amount of worry, 6-1.
Yeah, fine with that.
And then, from there, a bunch of pass rushers who never quite blossomed.
Christian McCaffrey now has a stranglehold on this at minus 210. Dak Prescott slid to 2-1 after losing Thursday Night Football. Prescott's comeback this year is more impressive to me than McCaffrey's. McCaffrey's just getting usage that's obscene, and his stayed healthy to his credit. But I don't know that this is an obvious quarterback award. So
also, I don't think that the market is very good at reflecting the actual sentiment of the voters in this one, mostly because it's been massively wrong year after year.
Sure.
Over and over again.
Because the sentiment of the voters is a moving target, right?
Yeah, I don't think I would take what this one is saying to heart. And if you think, man, Phillip Rivers at 2,100 is pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
I bet they take a shitload of money. I bet they have a huge liability on that come, and they'll probably laugh in the long run when
hold on to your butts. Wait for this gate week to come and go.
Please
31-0. Yeah.
What do you think the price on Phillip Rivers comeback player of the year is after the game?
80-1 probably.
800.
Yeah, wait for that.
My favorite is still Rashee Rice being in this market. Voters love that kind of comeback story.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Well, he did come back from ACL, but yeah. All right.
I know, but all right.
Is coach of the year, is Vrabel short at minus 214 or what?
So we think it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip game, and losing this one is bad.
It's bad for him.
All of the equity you've built and all the positive buzz, losing this game is bad. I think he's still the favorite if he loses this. If he loses it badly,
What if he's
just
if he goes from presumptive 1 seed to 3 seed? Is that enough to open the door for someone?
yeah, and I think
Okay.
the Bears winning the division opens it. I think
Okay.
the Jacksonville Jaguars holding down to the division opens it for Cohen again.
Okay.
Shanahan is 7-1, which is
If
interesting.
Cohen is the 2 seed and Vrabel is the 3 seed, is it Cohen's?
So here's the other thing. There's still a path for Seattle demonstratively beats the Rams next week. Takes the 1 seed in the AFC or in the NFC.
Yeah, sure.
Mike McDonald has a pathway to it.
Sure.
Liam Cohen for sure has a pathway. Ben Johnson has a pathway. I don't think Ben Johnson needs the 1 seed. I think just maybe winning the division is probably what needs to happen there.
Well,
which
winning
is
the
tough.
division gets him probably the 2.
It's the Bears getting the 1 seed is a
at the
huge
worst.
reach,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Bears winning the
just saying, like,
division.
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like all of these things are viable. I'm not adding. I have some Ben Johnson at 20. I'm fine with that. I thought about Mike McDonald, but I already have some Seahawks futures. I'm fine. I've already essentially bet into that market. I'm fine not having any Shanny.
Corn at 634. Staring at me.
Corn?
Liam Corn.
It's corn.
That's a joke because if you type Cohen, it corrects to corn.
Oh yeah.
Like Levi's used to be.
Levi's.
Yeah, Levi's. Will Levi's. All right.
Is that it?
That's it.
It's corn.
Anyone actually writing Protector of the Year?
No, haven't seen it. Haven't seen Assistant Coach of the Year for a while. I need some. I mean, who do you think's getting buzz in that?
I think
who's getting
Garrett
the most?
Bowles.
Who's getting the most head coaching buzz? It feels like
Assistant Coach of the Year.
Yeah. Man, Vance Joseph could win that shit.
Yeah, Vance.
He's
Joseph.
a known name. That defense is sick. It feels like it's got to go to somebody who's getting the buzz for a coaching job, and that's because that's who's in everybody's mouth. It's that's who's getting words written about them. Otherwise, do you really think about assistant coaches unless they are, in those kind of conversations?
No. Yeah, just looking through the potential candidates right now. Vance Joseph does look like the right answer to this. Shula is not getting buzz, even though he probably should, as the Rams. Actually, your point is fair in that they're fading a little, so maybe that's taking a little bit of the heat off him. Halfley.
I ran the
run defense.
Yeah, I ran the RB SDM pre and post Quentin Lake. Pre Quentin Lake, top 5. Post Quentin Lake, very much bordering bottom half of the league defense.
Amazing.
The corners relied on him a lot.
Yeah, you can attack Forbes.
Well, and it's crazy because what it's hurting is a pass rush that's amazing.
Yeah.
You have 4 pass rushers who are very well above average in stats that matter. And they don't matter as much because you can attack the shit out of Forbes and the other corners.
It's okay, though, because we're going to get a good landman game here.
It is landman season.
Yeah. He's coming.
He's very good. He's very good.
All right. Let's wrap it up. I am staring at Cohen. I'm staring at Dart. If you wanted some medium shot action in the awards market, I think that's where you're going. If you want to play the MVP, you're better off just betting the Patriots this week.
You know what? I'm going to bet some Cohen.
There's a world where the Patriots win this week and May still doesn't get MVP.
So I think the Jaguars lose to the Broncos in 2 weeks.
If this ends up, if this year's awards ceremony adds to the rich history of putting me on tilt, then May loses the MVP and Vrabel wins Coach of the Year, which is like utterly hilariously wrong.
I'm going to take some Cohen because I really do think they end up with 12 wins. I don't know that the Texans can catch them. Texans would have to run the table to catch the Jags, I think, at this point. The Jags play the Titans at home to close the season. They play the Colts and the Jets. going to the Denver Broncos next week is tough. 3-1 wins the division 95% of the time because
And 4-0 is live. 4-0 gets the 1 seed.
yeah,
I think Cohen's the bet.
because the Texans going 4-0 is a non-zero chance, but I think they go 3-1 as well. And
I'm sure that there are
I
some. I'm
I
sure
think there's
some,
a tiebreaker that gets the Jags the win, even if they both end up with 12 wins.
I'm sure there are some guys in the Discord who have corn at incredible prices. I'll cheer for that for
Yeah,
them.
they split the series.
Who, the Jags with the Texans?
Yeah.
I don't remember them losing.
They did.
They did. They were winning both games.
They were
convincingly,
winning
and I
the.
turned
They
it
were
off.
winning that Texans game by a lot.
They were winning it by a lot, and I turned it off. They lost? Huh. Don't remember.
So
Anyway.
it is division games and then common games are the next two tiebreakers. I'm not going to sit down and break tiebreakers down right now. We have 4 weeks left, guys.
You gotta use the playoff machine.
Well, because I'm saying that there's a lot of worlds where both teams finish 12-5.
Yeah.
And in that case, on looking at it too, if that is the case, they would both be 5-1 in division, and we would go to common games. And I'm definitely not breaking that down. That takes time.
Yeah, it does. They both beat the Chiefs.
And yet we do it anyway. I thought you had to run.
They both beat the Chiefs. They both beat the Chiefs. Anyway. All right, let's wrap. Good show. Oh yeah, the sports gambling podcast guys. When we saw them at sign up, they were banging the drum for Cohen too. So shout out to them if you get on the Cohen bandwagon.
And Kramer gave me a hat, which is awful nice of him.
Yeah. So I'll cheer for Cohen. Really, give me anyone but Vrabel in this market. If he fucking wins Coach of the Year, it's just an atrocity. War crime.
He's got the juice. All right, I am looking for my best Cohen number, and it might be a bookmaker.
7-1.
650 at 550 at Bet Online. Bookmaker is your best price right now, unless you shop on legals, which I can't. Maybe. Is North Dakota a legal state? We're going to find out. I don't think it is.
All right. I don't think it is either. All right. Good luck, man.